Welcome back to Peace, Love and Tarot. This reading is for Capricorn, Sun, Moon or Rising. And Capricorn, this is your weekly intuitive tarot reading for April 13th to the 19th. This week we have the Starseed Oracle card and we have the Thomas Oracle card behind that. We have the Seven of Cups, Queen of Cups, the Emperor, the Ten of Swords, the Energy of Death, and the Six of Swords. Guys, the Death card, Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands, Tower, are just coming out all over the place at the moment. Honestly, it's just all about clearing the slate at the moment. It's all about endings, refocusing energy, and moving towards a much happier time. But I feel like, on a collective level, we're just going through this massive shake-up. And we're being shaken so hard that anything that is not, suited to us or in alignment is just falling away. That's what we see here again in this reading. However, you're moving towards a time where you can be much more strategic in your life in order to move you forward to a greater sense of fulfillment. So before we go to the tarot, I'm just going to go to the oracle cards here. So we have Starseed, so we'll come to that one in a moment. Just wanted to begin with Thomas here from the Yogic Life deck. So Thomas can be that kind of feeling of maybe feeling a little bit stagnant at the moment, maybe feeling a little bit like you need to take some rest. It can also be that feeling of being a little bit lethargic. That's often how we feel when we're going through an ending. We sort of lose our energy. But also, the Thomas card here is really about honoring that in yourself, that you might need to just go with it, even if you do feel a little bit stuck and stagnant at the moment, because it's kind of like you're going through that cocooning and hibernation stage in order to emerge as that butterfly. And that can also be because some of us are cocooning at home at the moment. But we just know that, when we do get out there again, that life is going to be different. It's going to seem so much more beautiful, and we're definitely going to be looking through a different lens. So just honor that. Honor the rest that you need to take, and the fact that this is the time to do it, because for many of us, we can't really be doing much more at the moment. Alright, so Starseed, what lights you up? Yeah, because this is an opportunity for you to reflect deeply now on what really lights you up, and then putting strategic plans in place to move towards it. This is about you letting go of all the things that kind of made you feel dull, that made you feel Thomas, and refocusing your energies now, moving towards things that are in true alignment with you, that just make you feel great, whether it's in romance, whether it's in business. So I'm just going to read that one out for you before we go to the tarot, guys. What lights you up? Starseed. Starseeds are souls with a double mission: to raise their own consciousness and a consciousness of the planet. They are old souls who have incarnated elsewhere, beyond this planet. Many starseeds arrive with a feeling that time is running out, and that there is something that they've come here to do, create, or contribute. If you pulled this card, it is to confirm that you're a starseed, and you are being encouraged to answer the call, to follow what lights you up. Once awake, most starseed souls find it difficult to have meaningless conversations, jobs, and relationships. They innately know that there is much more to life and feel that there is something more, and get to work. They remain restless until they step into their calling, which is to light up the world with their unique presence. Well, I feel that what you are ending, Capricorn, is definitely something that didn't align with that message, something that didn't light you up, something that left you feeling fatigued, burnt out, and it's just got to go. So here's a general reading, guys. You'll know what it is for you. It's not really clearly indicated in the cards here, but obviously it can be in romantic partnerships, can be a job or career, could be a friendship, could just be an old way of being, a self-limiting belief or pattern that you've been playing out. And, this is really time to shake it off. The Ten of Swords can be quite a painful ending. So with what's going on at the moment, I'm kind of feeling that maybe this has been imposed on you. So it couldn't be more likely to be the loss of a career, or having to make a forced relocation somewhere that you didn't want to. But some good's going to come out of this. So we have to remember that everything is perfect and everything is playing out as it's meant to. But what we see in that Ten of Swords is that, as soon as those swords go in and we're feeling the pain, we're feeling the full effects of that ending, that's when that darkness can begin to lift, and we see that beautiful new dawn, new day there ready to come in. But some of you might be feeling a little bit Thomas at the moment, a little bit heavy, burnt out, fatigued, or stuck. So it's really important to honor your body and take the rest that you need to recover from this ending. But what I love about this combination is that, the ending is the start of the new beginning. Some of you might also be dealing with a Scorpio as well for this ending. It doesn't have to be. I always say when I see the death card that nothing's more certain in life than the cycle of birth, death, and rebirth. Meaning that, this death card is coming in to clear the slate for you so that new beginning can come in. That's why we see the sun here on the horizon starting to lift. It's the sun that's lifting this darkness. This is about you rising as a phoenix from the ashes, from a tower moment. So we must surrender to the death energy, allow it to come in and do its work, because it's saying the energy is potent here for the ending at this time. And it's when we kind of try and hold on to a situation or rebuild a tower, that's when things can get a little bit bad, because we can end up at the same ending in 1 month, 6 months, 12 months time, but a much more dramatic version of that, the full tower moment. So we must kind of go with the flow and flow into these seasons of our lives as they're playing out. And this is the winter, the winter of the situation, so that we can bring in the spring, we can bring in that new beginning energy. And we have to remember that death is also the card of transformation. So it's saying that this ending is really going to be transformative for you on a personal level, and also transforming this area of your life that you're dealing with. And that's why death flies the flag with the flower of spiritual alchemy on it. It's just that nod to the fact that, going with the cycles of our lives and honoring endings and beginnings is truly transformative. And it's time to focus your energies, Capricorn. I feel like that situation that you're moving out of probably put you in a bit of a state of confusion, maybe a bit of a state of disarray. You might have been dealing with somebody who made a lot of hollow promises for you, maybe somebody who breadcrumbed you or sort of dangled the carrot, led you to believe one thing and then did something else. I just feel that it was a confusing time in your life for you, and that, it didn't pan out as you had hoped. It's kind of like all those promises and all those visions that you had for it just stayed fantasies. They never materialized for you. And, that could have been because of your own attachment to expectations, Capricorn, or maybe overlaying in a sense of, your own fantasy or how you wanted the situation to play out. But maybe if you scratched the surface and were really honest and looked at it, it just wasn't like that. Or maybe there was something in the way that was stopping it from aligning with that vision, stopping it from, becoming that tangible, solid, beautiful thing that you had hoped for. So, we're going from a state of kind of confusion, not really knowing where we stand with the situation, to being really focused with the Queen of Cups. She's taken one of those cups and she's nurturing it and she's focusing on it. It's time to bring real focus into your life so that we don't enter into a situation like this again. The Queen of Cups is also about, coming into your sense of emotional control and emotional intelligence. She holds her emotions in that beautiful gilded cup, and she decides when she lets them out, when she processes them. She doesn't allow a situation or another person to make her feel, super emotional or emotionally unstable. She is now unshakable and grounded. Even when life gets tough, we have the, water in tarot is the emotions. Like, she can sit there with a foot in those emotions but stay in control of herself. So this is about you coming back to your emotional center, getting back into a sense of security, especially as some of you might have been having a lot of emotional breakdowns attached with this ending, or even before the ending came up, the situation might have been making you feel really unstable, unsteady in some way. But I think through evoking that Queen of Cups energy, coming into your emotional center, that's when you're going to emerge as the Emperor. Now, interestingly, the Emperor is also somebody who puts his emotions to the side when he needs to in order to make clear strategic decisions on how to move forward in life. And that could be why the Queen of Cups, has those emotions in that cup there. The Emperor wears his armor to protect himself so that he can operate with logic rather than, getting distracted by emotions in decision making. So I feel like some of you are going to need to make some key decisions in your life on how to move forward, because you're definitely moving away from the situation here with the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords, sees you making a necessary right of decision and making clear, strategic, practical decisions to move away from the situation so you can move towards something far greater. The Emperor is somebody who's now taking control of their life. They are shaping their world how they want it. They're not letting the world shape them. The Queen of Cups does the same in the emotional realm. Maybe in the past situation you weren't in control. Maybe someone else had the control, had the power, might have been using that power against you, might have been dealing with a manipulator, or at least somebody who, you had to conform to their values. This is you rising up as your own creator, as your empire, the ruler of your own empire. So that's really beautiful, Capricorn, really bringing back the power. And of course, that Six of Swords, moving away from the situation. Yeah, we're going to acknowledge that there could be some sadness, there could be some despair associated with it. But once again, the ending is the start of the new beginning, and we have to honor that. And where are you heading, Capricorn? Well, I did draw another card for this one, and look what I got. The Nine of Cups. Beautiful card. The Nine of Cups is the card of wish fulfillment, guys. It's being a lot more content and satisfied on an emotional level. It's, joy, love, harmony, emotional fulfillment. It's taking a moment to be proud of the fact that you have made the right decisions in order to move towards the good stuff in your life. This person in the Nine of Cups is just taking a momentary pause. Won't be for too long because he knows there's another cup to get. There's the Ten of Cups out there as well. But you've made the right decisions through moving on from the situation to, and through that, it's like the universe gets the memo and you will be rewarded. You're creating the energetic space for this kind of energy to come in for you. Energy that really lights you up, that satisfies you on an emotional level. So that is where you're heading. You're going from the Seven of Cups, which is all about, confusion and things not being, solidified, maybe feeling emotionally unstable, to the complete opposite energy here. But it's taken a transformation and a transition to get there. It's taken something to be released and lost in order to get there. So we have to be willing to lose to gain. That's what I'm seeing. But the gain is much greater than the loss. So are you willing to do it, Capricorn? I'll leave you with that question and end the reading there. Just remember, you are moving towards what lights you up. Capricorn, I wish you all the best with it this week. Do keep in mind it's a general reading, so it won't be for everyone. Feel free to leave me a comment. Always love to know how it's playing out in your life and if it resonates. And I'll see you back here next week for another reading.